we will never have to worry about grown-up things again.
Welcome to Miss Mojo. Entertainment is escapism. But do we always want to actually step into the places we see on screen? Today, we'll be looking at 5 fictional worlds that have us ready to pack our bags and 5 that we prefer to experience from our couches.
I'm not even sure which planet I'm on.
Well, if there's a bright center to the universe, you're on the planet that it's farthest from.
Number 5 can stay on screen, The Four Nations, the Avatar franchise. Okay, hear us out on this one. The world of Avatar is a diverse and beautiful one, full of fascinating lore and amazing innovations, but it may be one best enjoyed from a distance.
We've got to get to Whaletail Island. Where's Whaletail Island?
Far. Very far.
For one thing, it would be awesome to bend the elements, but both The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra showed us how tough it can be for someone without powers, and the division that causes.
For too long, the bending elite of this city have forced non-benders to live as lower-class citizens.
Join Amon, and together we will tear down the bending establishment!
Then there's the potential for spirit chaos. When things are out of whack between the spirit and human worlds, things get bad fast.
Heibai is already causing devastation and destruction. Once the solstice is here, there is no telling what will happen.
So, what do you want me to do exactly?
It's the Avatar's job to keep all this in check, but from century-long wars to the full-on reshaping of reality, we've seen what can happen when one person's actions affect the entire planet. The post-apocalyptic setting of the new Seven Havens series has us convinced that the Four Nations are better as fiction.
Does this place even exist?
Some say it doesn't.
Shouldn't you have mentioned that before?
Number 5 we're ready to move to. The Ton. Bridgerton. Technically, Bridgerton takes place in Regency, London, but it's a version of a time and place so removed from historical reality that it's pretty much total fantasy at this point, and we're okay with that.
Enlighten me, how ever does one pass the time here in the city?
I'm afraid most of us spend our time meddling in the lives of our young people. At least that is my and your sister's favorite pastime.
My sister likes to meddle.
Oh, in truth, that word does not do her justice. She molds society to her will, and she is rather good at it.
In this candy-colored alternate universe, life revolves around lavish social events, gorgeous clothes, and breathless romances. Meanwhile, no misfortune from broken hearts to diminished circumstances ever amounts to more than a passing cloud over an eternal garden party.
Oh, is this not lovely? All of us together again.
Lovely indeed. We should tempt scandal more often.
Lady Whistledown's gossip sheets can throw a wrench in things for sure, but it's rare that anyone has ever considered beyond redemption in Bridgerton's Ton. Second chances are passed out like canapes here, and no matter what, fairy tale love is always just around the corner. It's hard to deny the allure.
Say you do not care for me. Tell me you feel nothing, and I will walk away.
Number 4 can stay on screen. The Grishaverse, Shadow and Bone. This prematurely canceled book-to-screen adaptation let us live its plot via a dynamic cast of characters, which is good because we didn't really want to go through it ourselves.
The fold is thick with Volcra, and the tracks are not complete. Go, please.
I'm sorry. Did you say the tracks weren't complete?
I said they aren't complete.
What?
No moving.
The primary setting of Ravka is in a constant state of turmoil and literally riven with darkness. But that aside, this might be one of the roughest worlds we can think of for magic wielders.
You thought the two of you could just quietly train witches among us?
You want my cooperation? You bring us both in. Is that understood?
I told you. Those were not our orders.
The Grisha are capable of incredible feats, like healing, elemental manipulation, and next-level inventing. Yet the world around them takes advantage of their abilities while also viewing them with suspicion. That is, when countries like Fjorda aren't hunting them down.
We face trial, as our law demands.
How many Grisha are found innocent at your so-called trials? That's right. None.
Beyond its fantasy elements, the Grishaverse can get a little too realistic for comfort, showing plenty of class division, racism, and unscrupulous uses of power. It's part of what makes it engaging, but doesn't exactly get us fired up to visit.
You whipped this place into shape. You protect it the way you protected me all those years ago.
I think I'm gonna need more than a letter opener.
This entire country will become your blade.
Number 4, we're ready to move to Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia franchise. There's a reason why kids have been hopefully slipping into closets in the 75 years since C.S. Lewis first published The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And it was obvious when the 2005 film adaptation brought his world to the big screen.
Possible.
Don't worry. I'm sure it's just your imagination.
It's not just that it's brimming with high fantasy beauty and colorfully populated with talking animals and mythical beings. The deep allure of Narnia is the sense of further adventure waiting, whether it be its mysterious deep magic or the glimpse of the wider worlds around it.
Well, what's east of the Lone Islands?
Uncharted waters. Things you could barely imagine.
Sure, you might have to deal with a wicked witch or two, but that danger adds just enough in terms of stakes to keep things interesting. This is a world where all the epic adventures have a safe and happy ending. What more could we ask for?
I will treasure it always. From this day forward, it will serve as a great reminder of my huge humility.
Number 3 can stay on screen. Panem, the Hunger Games franchise.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Hunger Games! And may the odds be ever in your favor.
This one seems like it should be self-explanatory. It's a world where a tiny percentage of the population keeps the rest in abject poverty in order to enable their extravagant lifestyles. Then once a year, 24 kids are thrown into a deadly televised arena from which only one can emerge. And that's just the stuff the whole populace knows about. There's even more suffering happening away from Panem's constantly surveilling cameras.
How should I imagine?
You should imagine thousands upon thousands of your people dead. This town of yours reduced to ashes. Imagine it gone, made radioactive, buried under dirt as if it had never existed, like District 13.
Following Katniss Everdeen as she goes from Hunger Games tribute to revolutionary symbol is a compelling narrative ride. But this is the kind of story that hooks you because of how much you don't want to be in the shoes of its many PTSD-riddled characters. Anyone who found themselves in Panem or a place like it would know something had gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Fire is catching. And if we burn, you burn with us.
Number 3, we're ready to move to Wakanda, Marvel's Cinematic Universe. The MCU has taken viewers to some jaw-dropping places, but arguably the coolest has been the Wakanda created for Ryan Coogler's Black Panther.
Sister Nakia, my prince, we are home.
Conceived as an African country that was allowed to flourish without being derailed by European colonization, Wakanda is a futuristic utopia that's also deeply grounded in the tribal identities of its people. It's naturally gorgeous, culturally rich, and also happens to be loaded with vibranium, which the Wakandans have used to level up everything from transit to healthcare and beyond.
How long ago was Korea?
Yesterday.
I don't think so. Bullet wounds don't just magically heal overnight.
They do here, but not by magic, by technology.
This is the kind of fantasy world where we would find our entire quality of life immediately improved from day one. And not for nothing, but Wakandans have seriously cool fashion style. Well, most of the time anyway.
What are those? Why do you have your toes out in my lap?
But you don't like my royal sandals. I wanted to go old school for my first day.
Yeah, I bet the elders loved that.
Number 2 can stay on screen. Arrakis, the Dune franchise. Science fiction and fantasy have given us a number of desert planets. And to be fair, not a single one of them looks like a good time. But Arrakis seems especially bleak.
They were meant to tame the planet, free the water locked beneath the sands. Arrakis could have been a paradise. The work had begun, but then the spice was discovered. Suddenly, no one wanted the desert to go away.
Harsh is an understatement here. The dry, scorching days and freezing nights ensure that little can survive, let alone thrive. Except, of course, gigantic monstrous sandworms.
Bless the Maker and his water. Bless the coming and going of him. May his passage cleanse the world and keep the world for his people.
Arrakis has exactly one resource, the spice in the sand that covers its surface, which also happens to be the most valuable substance in the universe. This ensures that Arrakis always has the potential to be a center of conflict. We see your importance, Arrakis. We wish you good luck with that. But after watching Dune, we just want to sit down with a huge glass of water and a strong air conditioner.
I said I would not harm them, and I shall not. But Arrakis is Arrakis. And the desert takes the weak.
Number 2, we're ready to move to the Wizarding World, the Harry Potter franchise.
Hello, Harry.
Hi, Hagrid.
Whoa! Quick, what's your Hogwarts house? There's a significant number of people who know that answer off the top of their head. A large part of Harry Potter's appeal was the ability of readers to envision themselves in the world of the stories. And many desperately wanted to live in this reality where life's problems, big or small, can be managed with the wave of a wand. Once it was brought to life on screen, the allure was too much to resist.
Girls, choose a bunk and unpack. Ron, get out of the kitchen, we're all hungry.
Yeah, get out of the kitchen, Ron.
Feet off the table.
Feet off the table. I love magic.
Both sumptuous and whimsical, intimate and vast, the Wizarding World looks like the kind of place that would be easy to get lost in all the best ways. Its perils are ever present, but so are its charms. And we mean that in the actual sense.
Expecto Patronum!
Dark days in the Wizarding World do get extremely dark, and yet the wonder and excitement of the magic woven into every inch of it always seems to outweigh the downsides. Accio flu powder, please.
And don't forget to speak very, very clearly.
Diagonally.
What did he say, dear?
Diagonally.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Can Stay on Screen, Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland. Even the protagonist just wants to go home. Real life is confusing enough without going to a place that makes even less sense.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. Most everyone's mad here.
We're ready to move to Naboo, the Star Wars franchise. Futuristic technology and the possibility of force powers, plus Art Nouveau aesthetics and a vacation retreat that looks just like Lake Como? Talk about the best of all worlds.
We used to come here for school retreat. We would swim to that island every day. I love the water.
Can Stay on Screen, the Badlands, the Mad Max franchise. Everything that already sucks about Rush Hour, but in a lawless, post-apocalyptic wasteland? No thanks.
I am the man who grabs the sun. Riding to Valhalla! Witness me, blood me!
We're ready to move to Berk, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Come for the picturesque seaside real estate, stay for the unique wildlife.
While other places have ponies or parrots, we have dragons.
Can Stay on Screen, Oz, the Wizard of Oz. It's full of natural hazards, the whole place is run by a charlatan, and we're not about whatever drama Glinda is stirring up.
Give me back my slippers. I'm the only one that knows how to use them. They're no use to you. Give them back to me. Give them back.
Keep tight inside of them. Their magic must be very powerful, or she wouldn't want them so badly.
You stay out of this, Glinda, or I'll fix you as well.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1 can stay on screen. The World of Ice and Fire, a Song of Ice and Fire franchise. When Game of Thrones originally debuted, TV viewers around the world were instantly drawn into author George R.R. Martin's sprawling universe. With its complex characters, meticulously woven plots, deep lore, and supernatural enigmas, it was a fascinating place to spend time. And an incredibly brutal one.
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. You say please again, and you wish you hadn't.
Death and violence are doled out with impunity, but villains rarely suffer as much as the well-meaning. Life is bitterly unfair, often made worse by powerful people who either don't care or who revel in their ability to inflict cruelty. And even among friends and family, you constantly have to watch your back.
I've given you meat and wine and music, but I haven't shown you the hospitality you deserve. My king has married, and I owe my new queen a wedding gift.
This world is basically everything awful about the historical medieval period dialed up to an 11 with ice zombies on top. When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or die. So we'll just sit this one out.
I still don't know how her coin has landed, but I'm quite certain about yours.
I don't want it. I never have.
Number 1, we're ready to move to Middle-earth, the Lord of the Rings franchise.
You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
Right. Where are we going?
On the total opposite end of the spectrum, J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth is what you would get if a chivalric epic poem came to life, which we got a glimpse of for ourselves in the groundbreaking Peter Jackson films.
Gandalf, we could pass through the mines of Moria. My cousin Balin would give us a royal welcome.
It's not that there's no tragedy or hardship in Middle-earth. However, it's balanced out with an inherent optimism at its core that always tips the scales towards justice and peace, especially after Sauron, its ultimate evil, gets wiped out.
Now come the days of the king. May they be blessed.
Where people are mostly good and leaders are mostly righteous, and orcs are mostly neutralized, we would be giddy to roam around the stunning world of Middle-earth. Cozy drinks in the Shire, scenic canoe trips with friends, months spent exploring Minas Tirith or Rivendell. We would need the lifespan of an elf to do it all, but Middle-earth would never get boring.
I think I'm quite ready for another adventure.
Which fictional world is your ultimate escape? Share your travel daydreams in the comments.
Oh, look, stars.
That's right, Peter. Second star to the right, stay on till morning.